Okay, starting the stream. Super, guys. Nice to meet you. Latin. Hi, Ben. Hi. Hope you guys doing great. Hope you're fine. Hunting. Hi. Yeah, doing great. And you? What's about you? Those recent days, they're crazy as for political news and lots of the other news. Today again we just chat. Chris, hi. Hi, Zelensky. Zelensky the Great. That's hilarious nickname you have. Vincent, hi. Break, hi. Nice haircut, thank you. Thomas, hi. Hi, Ben. Again, they're bouncing those bells. Sunday is Saturday. Bam, 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 bam. I don't understand that. Those bells, they're so annoying. Well, I'm not a Protestant, Catholic, or something. So I don't understand those bells. For me, it's like mullah is Allah, so the same stuff, It's freaking noise. That's how I see it. But it's the tradition, so I cannot complain really. I hope it's going to good news. Yeah, we have some of the good news, some of the bad news as usual. Not too much. For Kartoffen, hi. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing, everyone. By the way, I bought a new chair. It's way more comfortable than the previous one. I didn't put the headrest. I don't need it really. It's just annoying for the thumbnail, especially that I make. But it's like more wide. That's why it's sometimes visible. I had the chair from IKEA, and now I bought a really nice chair from. I forgot how it's called. I think I can find it still. Where can I find it? I forgot where I got this chair from. Like, what's the name? But I'm sure I can find it. Yeah. That's my chair. Already delivered. It's High Office Ergohuman Ultra Gen 2. 827 francs. Yeah, quite expensive, but since I spent lots of the time here, yeah. So this wheel, what does it do? Like this wheel and that wheel. Still, I don't know what controls what, but I just put what I need and they're good, you see. They're good. But I didn't install this headrest. It's annoying. It's just if you need to sleep or something. And I have this this version, the blue one. You see, the blue version. It's maybe a little wider than I would like to in the top, so it's sometimes visible. But overall, it's okay. I was looking for the real leather one, but this one is also okay. Like I can now sit here for a very, 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 very long time. With my previous chair, I have sometimes back pain. With this one, well, I haven't tried to stream games, for example, for 10 hours or something, but I think it should be better. Also, it has the adjustable, like this part over here. It's adjustable. This, I can make it pushing my back from below harder or softer. So there's also gray option, but since I have the blue studio, I ordered the blue one. Yeah, I think the blue one is better. Once with YouTube log in stuff, the link doesn't work and then log in, I have to plow through the advert. I don't know, Tom. I don't have any sort of the problems. You still need to sit properly in them though. Yeah, yeah. Here it's like I'm a little bit declined more, so I tilted the camera more down, but it's fine. Chairs expensive, but we spend a lot of time with them. Yeah, especially me. Especially I spend lots of the time in the chair. As long as it goes up, down, and back, forth, you're good to go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it has lots of the. So I still cannot control some of the stuff, but still, like it's pretty much adjustable. Oh, nice picture. So, did you know that some of the photos of Epstein room were published, and now we know where Donny gets his inspiration from. So this is the Epstein living room, you see, and this is the Trump's Oval Office under Donald Trump. This is crazy. That's the same taste, I would say. Yeah. This month's 8,000. Hi, welcome to Twitch. I'll send you a screenshot. I don't know, Tom. I never had any issues with that. The thing that if Ukrainian soldiers get paid as much as Russian soldiers, the desertion and crisis would end. Well, maybe yes. It will be like Ukraine is like you cannot have motivated army if you forcibly mobilize people from the streets. It's not possible. Sveifa, hi. So there should be options like good allowance, give those guys land. Ukraine has lots of the lands. Just tell, like, everyone who joins the Ukrainian army will have land, lots of the land. They will have the opportunity to earn enough salary to build their homes. They will have social security cover for their family, because now, yeah, there is the coverage, but the government does everything not to pay it. We complain about Russia, but also in Ukraine is the same. So the government tries not to pay those money, and so there is uncertainty for families. There's uncertainty for the future. So the government doesn't care. It uses people as the waste sometimes. Thank you for following, Barakus 2021. Thank you. Thank you, Total Insane. Yes, please like the stream. Please like the stream. So yeah, I'm saying about it honestly. I'm saying the things as they are. So if you like it, you may close your ears or close the video, but that is what is happening. And even our soldiers, they don't like Ukrainian government at all. Nisman, thank you for following too. From being in military, I can tell you I would rather fight with people that wanted to be there versus people who had to be there. Yes. Steranko also says that. Thank you for subscription, Surira, sorry. Thank you. It's Swain, Swayful. Thank you, Swain. Suriro, thanks also. Hi, welcome. Hi from northern Minnesota. I finally subscribed after a long time. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for a subscription. Dennis, what do you think about the situation in Zaporizhia direction, in the Donbas, Altikolodets, Mezhova direction, and the multiple lines in Zaporizhia? There's only one line, and that's it. Yes, Chris. In Zaporizhia, there's, like, you can watch my videos every time. Like, I cannot tell you, like, in direct details what is happening. Now, it will take me in lots of the time. I tell about this in my videos. Yes, I think you become self-taught war journalist. Yeah, unfortunately, there will be always war to cover. Sadly, I'm hunting. Is American really don't know where to go from here after reading that's national security strategy? Yeah, it's terrible. Ushakov already said that, oh, that's the best national security strategy. Russia agrees on that. Of course. Wow, the world changed so dramatically, and I wonder if we can backtrack everything of that after the next elections in the United States. Oh, I didn't know that. Röpke tweets. Nisman 8000, thank you for subscription. 8000, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for support. Julian Röpke. I'm still young enough to remember that Elon Musk was gladly taking 148 million euros subsidies from EU Nazi bureaucrats. Tesla gets $160 million in European Union funding to expand its supercharger network in 22 countries. Yeah, you see where it all goes. That's crazy. Elon Musk is fucking buffoon. Delusional. Russian propagandists have released previously unseen footage of the Putin-Witkoff-Kushner meeting. After this talks, the Americans were supposed to meet with Vladimir Zelensky, but the meeting was abruptly cancelled. At the same time, Russian officials mysteriously claimed that the peace plan had to be drafted with great attention to Russia's demands. Yeah, of course. Tesla should get nothing. Yes, wait. Вітаю, Surfer Dress. I'm sorry. Sorry about my donate. Thank you, Grateful. Yeah, it's about government. After all, it's not yours. Good evening, greetings. Oh, greetings to Switzerland, Hieronymus. Greetings. Looks like awesome place. I mean, Switzerland looks okay. United States and Russian officials participated in coordinated attack on Europe, which saw thousands of bots spread disinformation and terroristic rhetoric against the European Union. Yes. Yes. Vance, Kirill Dmitriev, Dmitry Medvedev, yeah. Yeah, it's the coordinated attack on maybe the last resort of democracy in the world. Well, we're not taking New Zealand, Australia, and Japan. They're also in this camp, but like attack is happening on Europe. We have corruption and bad stuff to not supporting the international sanctions, as an example. Yeah, but Switzerland, it helps a lot Ukraine. It looks like, I have to confess, if we fail socially, we fall cozy. Huh? What do you mean, Hieronymus? China is so far calm, but China wants to push Europe. Like it understands that Europe is vulnerable now, and it's like economically pushes Europe to, like, there is pressure from all around on Europe. What are you drinking, and what kind of the cup is that? That's Iron Maiden Trooper cup. There is the tea. I need to drink a lot to lose some weight. Social Security. What do you mean Social Security? Yeah, you have to pay, like, Social Security one. I think you pay a half foul, yeah? AHV, you pay for the social security, for everything. Well, at least I paid lots of the funds there, like 10% or something. They promised to return me later on, or some kind, yeah. I'm not David Low Maxus, I'm Denys. I'm regular guy, absolutely. Yes. As you. Just appears to be have some sort of the successful YouTube channel, like more or less successful. Not too much successful as it could be, but still. Case of unemployment or illness, you still receive money and services. Yes, if you pay it like IV, you receive the services. In Germany, it's the same. I don't know about Switzerland, whether about the particular sums. I think Germany is more social country than Switzerland. But still, we have the support, yeah, in Switzerland too. Greg, hi. I have tattoo of Eddie from. Oh, nice. Great, yeah. Eddie from Iron Maiden is great. Just finish your other video. Thank you, Husuru. Sorry. Yeah. In Switzerland, the health insurance is expensive. I don't know, maybe it's the same as in the United States of America. Maybe even more expensive. Hieronymus, thank you for following. So yeah, with a new chair, I can probably sit for longer. Successful enough for Switzerland, can complain. Yeah. Does everyone in Switzerland get free chocolate and clocks? No. But then I went to a recycling facility the day before yesterday. I obtained some of the chocolate. We have like similar tradition with Switzerland, similar celebrations, maybe because we're all Christians, Saint Nicholas celebrations and so on. Hello, Da Vinci girl. Do you think Transnistria will give up on Moscow? Give up on Moscow, Transnistria? It's already like pro-Moscow state, if we may call it an unrecognizable state. Yeah, actually, yeah, Macron's visit went terribly wrong. So here we have it. Thanks for following. Macron warns China. EU may impose tariffs over growing trade imbalance. Yeah, China is going aggressively with its goods to Europe and United States. Macron said the situation is a matter of life and death for European industry. During a trip to China, he told them they were killing their own customers, including by importing almost nothing from us anymore. China's trade surplus with the EU rose almost 143 billion in the first half of 2025, a record for 6 months period. So China aggressively propels its goods. Trade deficit is crazy, and it seems like Macron, together with other big European officials, they want to implement even tariffs on China. The same strategy as Donald Trump, because there is no other way to fight against those goods which are cheap, and especially, for example, those BYD cars, electrical cars and other stuff. Yeah. We know that the United States is banning even some of the China products like DJI. So we'll see. It looks like everything from China, and mostly everything is coming from China, could be more expensive in Europe now. China is flooding the market with electric vehicles. I also assume it helps they have all the rare earth minerals. Yeah, they not only have the maximum of the rare earth minerals, but they also have the processing plants for rare earth minerals. 90% of those are concentrated in China. Yeah, Twitch is the new platform swing for you, but it's in a way friendly. You have less latency here. Russian investigative committee has put Ukrainian army commander Robert Magyar Brody on international wanted list, assuring him for terrorism and killing Russian war reporter Hanna Prokofyeva in the March car blast in Kursk. Brody among the charges replying, Anushka has already spilled the oil, and not to Russian fatalism and inevitability of justice. Inevitability of justice. Yeah, Magyar is awesome. So for Russia, refineries are okay, but hitting some sort of the Hanna Prokofyeva is no go. We're gonna announce this one. Magyar in international warrant. That's funny. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Swain. A drone for every worm's head. Yeah. I'm concerned they occupied so much industrial, decoupled so much industrial dependence on other countries, and we're all dependent on them. Yes, yes. Even here is the Ryan Macbeth. Maybe you know this influencer, pro-Ukrainian. Also, he's American. The American NATO flag pin I wore to Estonia cyber exercise was made in China. I think there is a lesson here. You see, Jesus Christ. So yeah, made in China. He wears this flag for American NATO cyber exercise against China, yeah, and Russia. There is a lesson here. Of course, there is a lesson. Jeez. Do you celebrate Ded Moroz, Saint Nicholas? What day do you open presents? It's for us. It's like tradition as New Year. I'm absolutely not religious guy, as well as my entire family. So we do not follow traditions if they're connected to some sort of the religion. But if there is a New Year, I like, okay, that's the celebration. Would they agree with the idea that there is a difference between dictator and tyrant? Dictator is a leader who leads their people to chosen direction. A tyrant is just a cruel leader. Earth 21, there is something philosophical behind what you said, but dictators are usually tyrants, you know. Do you know some sort of the dictator who wasn't the tyrant? Can you name the one? I mean, maybe this, you know, I can name. I forgot the name, but I can name. I'll explain you. This Singaporean guy, yeah? He did some of the dictator stuff, even caputed some of the guys there. But mostly they were connected to bribes and corruption. Juan Perón, the first one. What's the name of that Singaporean guy who changed everything, who brought the prosperity to Singapore? Lee Han Hu or something. From the word tyranny, corruption. Why no outcry, lack of aid to EA from the United States? Do you think that Trump is wanting to make mineral deal with Putin with the land from Ukraine territory? Maybe, we don't know what is in his sick head. But it's the dictator who chooses the direction, not us, the people. Yeah, that's bad. I really like the system in Switzerland, by the way. For every sort of the topic you have referendums, pure democracy. I think it exists only in Switzerland, this type. Any question, referendum. I like that. I think it's the most democratic things. Thanks for following, Swain. Ukraine knows a lot about corruption. Yeah, lots of the experience with that. And finally, there are some of the big fight against corruption happening. Lithuanian, yeah, Lithuanian. Maybe he is like dictator, but not the tyrant. I would say him. Maybe it's like that. Hawk, hi. And people still love him. Yeah. I was in Singapore, by the way. Then he got the birthday. Like he died, but he got the birthday. European Union Defense Commissioner Andrius Kobilius says Europe must plan for the possibility that NATO's Article 5 might not work than needed, with the United States pivoting to the Pacific and signaling it wants Europe to take more responsibility. Kubilius stressed that the need of backup security guarantees and institutional readiness just in case. European Union needs its own Ukraine peace plan, says Defense Commissioner. Like total chaos is happening, and Russia may use this time for further attacks. Breaking: a major corruption scandal rocks China's position in Nepal after huge bribes were paid to facilitate corruption during the constitution of the Chinese-funded Pokhara International Airport. China even put the separate budget funding for the bribes to provide international influence. Elon Musk called for European dissolution. Yeah, I already said about it like in a couple of the videos already. Yeah, and nothing new there. Just watch the last video, kind of depressing but true to watch. Yeah, Kim, I sometimes feel that, but I hope not to film that any longer unless we'll have some changes. So maybe we'll concentrate on more positive type of the content. My congratulations with International Civil Aviation Day. Thank you, Aleshka. That's why do you think the Europeans are so hesitant to send more aid to Ukraine? Is it far better for them to help defeat Russia now in Ukraine? The problem with those individuals who are ruling and bureaucrats, really, so here at least Elon Musk is correct, actually, that the institution is rotten down in Europe. Actually, yes. I hate Elon Musk just more than those bureaucrats. But bureaucrats, they more care about their money, that maybe someday they'll have to compensate those frozen Russian assets back to Russia. Maybe, yeah, after several of the decades of the court process, yeah, which might take several of the decades. So they don't want to risk with their money. They want to keep those frozen assets just like that, especially Belgium. And still there is very weak reaction. They're afraid to escalate. They're afraid to, very weak. Europe is very freaking weak and more concentrated on money than on security. So in the future, it's imminent that the war will start, first of all, in Baltic states. Maybe it will go to Poland. Maybe it will go to Finland. We'll see. And there will be no backup from the United States, and Europe will have to deal on its own, biting the elbows that it didn't protect Ukraine or helped Ukraine to stop Russia, for example, at some point. Yep. And Putin might do it also, to force Europe to concentrate, to create chaos, and to force Europe to concentrate mostly on its own defense than to help Ukraine. Like it's like one of the options, to start a limited confrontation in Baltic states, attacking Suwalki corridor. Europe will be refocused to its own security fully and will stop supporting Ukraine. And Putin may use this time to advance. Well, it so depends on the Russian resources, but Russia still has those. And the funds they put in their army, those funds are astonishing. Why do we have those boats there? Why do we have those boats? EU system requires unanimous agreement on funding Ukraine, but then Slovakia and Hungary. No, it's okay. For the frozen Russian authors, they may confiscate with majority. There is a different system. It's not about that. Could you explain how and why would Russia go to Baltics and open new front line against Europe if they haven't occupied Ukraine yet? If they haven't occupied Ukraine yet, it doesn't mean that they don't have more resources which they still don't use in Ukraine. They still have hundreds of thousands of soldiers in their army based in Russia. They're building their military bases at the border with Finland. Belarus is also building military bases and logistics at the border with Baltic states, with Lithuania especially. And they might go to Suwalki corridor. 60 kilometers of the front line is easy task for experienced army that has military experience with drones, with everything, to go and take Suwalki corridor. For them, it will be absolutely enough to cause the chaos in European countries, in NATO, and that's it. They will block supplies for entire Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. And they will create the sea blockade, and they will check out the reaction, whether Europe may do something with that or not, or they will just exclude Baltic countries from NATO. I believe in this inevitable variant, like 100%. Like the question goes whether Russia might just attack limitedly Estonia, to encircle Estonia, or to encircle entire Baltic states. That's the only question. And also the question goes with timing. Next year, 2 years, or something, but it will happen. It's 100%. I would say 1,000,000%, but it's mathematically not correct. Unless there is Black Swan, like Putin death or something. Like Black Swan, the event that we cannot predict. But if everything goes like this, what we have now, with the signs from Donald Trump, from Europe itself, from Russia, it is 100%. Like if I was in Baltic states, if I was a citizen, I would be concerned already. I would try to move out. Then it's not too late. And Russia may start it also like with Crimea, without any sort of the signs, just some of the green men, maybe some sort of the pro-Russian community in Estonian Narva, they will start to protest or something like that. We may also check the map. I just want to show you what I'm talking about. I'll just go to Epic Pen. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So Belarus is just like one more oblast of Russia, and Belarus is building new logistics here. And here's Suwalki corridor. Here it goes. Yeah, the place is like swampy, but before, because of the agricultural needs, those swamps were mainly depleted. And now there are talks ongoing from Poland and from Lithuania. Maybe we should put water again there just to make this region more swampy once again. So Russia will not go to Poland because Poland has way stronger army, way stronger population, they'll go right to the border. Yeah, they'll take those roads, all of those roads, go here, and reaching their remote place of Kaliningrad. They may also say that Lithuania is blocking the way for the Russian supplies to Kaliningrad. Yes, definitely it's like that. For some of the supplies, Lithuania definitely blocked the way. So yeah, just look at this. 60 kilometers, roughly, this area. And do you think that Russia doesn't have enough forces to cut it here? I think it has enough forces, more than enough, even with the Ukrainian war. And if they cut it here, over here, they basically cut all of the supplies for the Baltic states. Like, there is no possibility from Poland to supply resources via the ground routes. And Russia will also deploy their naval fleet, navy basically, in the Baltic Sea, creating sea blockade. And they will say to NATO, do you want to unblock? Force Ukraine, for example, to surrender territories, or withdraw the NATO bases from Baltic states or something like that. Or they will insist on regime change in those countries. Or they may do this. And they will try to, this bully. If you don't like it, use nukes. Yeah, would you like to use nukes on Russia? Like, what is your next move? So I'm not saying that Russia is ready to fight against NATO fully. But this operation they might do. Why not? Even now they have enough forces for it. More than enough. To go to Belarus, and I guess 30,000 troops is okay to march from Drushkinskaya to Gusev Russian territory. Yeah. No one says about full confrontation like in Ukraine, like Army Group North, Army Group South, as Putin says on his briefings. It's going to be a provocation attack on NATO, limited, but it will cut the entire supplies to 3 of the NATO countries. And they will simultaneously start blockade with their submarines, with their ships, and check out the reaction. Even now they patrol this area with their submarines. They may also cut some of the cables as they like to. They may send some of the drones, Shahids. Russia has tons of the Shahids. They may hit the main military bases in Kaunas, Vilnius, in Riga, in Tallinn, with their drones. Massive attack, 1,000 drones per each country will be enough to cause panic. The alternate variant is to attack Estonia, just Estonia, through Narva. There's pro-Russian community, great pro-Russian here. They may start some of the provocations, and Russia will cut it here, maybe somewhere. Just Estonia. But I think that Russia may try to cut it here. It's Suwalki corridor is the most logical. And NATO says it themselves that they don't have logistics to withstand. They don't have logistics to send the forces to Poland, to those states. Northern countries, they don't have those logistics options. That's it. And about aviation superiority, Russia, it's impossible to achieve with Russia. They have lots of the airplanes still. It's impossible for NATO to fight against Russian Air Force here. So it's more than a real scenario. It's realist, it will happen. I think here it's more possible in Suwalki corridor. So Russia will push and ask for NATO to concessions about Ukraine, like maybe fully stop the military support for Ukraine or whatever. And they're gonna lower the blockade of Baltic states, maybe. One more option to press. Yeah, because the goal, then Putin says about the root causes of this war, He says about NATO security guarantees to Russia that NATO should withdraw its bases from even Poland, from all of the countries that went to NATO since 1997. Yeah, so for Russia to apply its influence, not just in Ukraine, but in Romania, in Hungary, in Slovakia, in Poland, in like Baltic states, they could be even annexed. Finland should be neutral again, like before. And Russia, by the way, is building some of the bases, as I say to you, in Finland at the border. So, yeah, that's the dystopian scenario, but it is like that. Everything is going to it. Everything, absolutely. And Ukraine, don't look at Ukraine. I mean, that Russia is struggling here. Yes, Russia's struggling, but they still take the ground. They have advantage. But the Ukrainian army knows how to fight with Russians. Ukrainian army is the biggest army in Europe. Ukrainian army has drones. Ukrainian army is trained. It has military experience. Do not expect the armies of Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia to fight like Ukrainian army is fighting in Ukraine. It will not happen like that, absolutely. It will not happen. It will be more or less easy work for Russia. I'm 100% sure about it. If we speak about this limited operation, yeah, not full scale, like attack on Poland from multiple of the directions like that, but this is more than possible. Suwalki corridor. Daniel, hi. The Orange Army and the Red Army combined. Yeah. Russia invades from the east and Trump grabs Canada and Mexico at the same time, and squeeze begins from Trump-Putin alliance. Oh, this is very dystopian. Kadezi, I hope it will not happen. Russia still occupies the part of Finland. Yeah. Karelia here, this area. Yeah, I think like that. I'm not sure I'm not sure that I'm correct, but I think like that. I think that I'm sure about it. So I'm sure, I'm telling you. Because I think like that. Everything goes to this scenario. If you check out European intelligence, European politicians, what they all say about the possible war in Europe. And many say that French, I think, ground army general, or how to say it, the general who is responsible for the ground forces, he says that France should be ready for losses, to lose their French sons, as they say, in the coming years, in the confrontation with Russia. The big question goes whether NATO countries respond or not, whether Poland helps, because for Poland it will matter a lot, because it's the only country that potentially may break through the blockade. They have really a resource for that. They have army. They may do something about it, but whether they'll have political will, because even within Poland, it's not, there is no unity in political spectrum on many of the questions. There are guys who, in high politician level, who support democracy and who support Donald Trump and Elon Musk. The random vectors and opinions split, and the current president of Poland is Nawrocki. He is Delulu also. Well, Denys in the chat speaking about Baltics. Yeah, we're small, but at the same time, Russia already experienced hell, then they occupied us. And now my country, Latvia, one of the best drone production in the world. Also, our land's full of forests. I'm not speaking about them occupying Latvia directly. Latvia will not be touched. They will go to Suwalki corridor. They will create the blockade. That's it. Over here, it will be limited operation. It's not going to be full scale. It's already understandable. Russia doesn't have this option after the it requires too much forces from Russia. But for this, cutting supplies and creating the sea blockade easily, there will be no fight in Latvia, in Lithuania, just partially. That's it. If Latvia tries or Poland tries to attack, Russia may use some of the interesting tools they still have. They'll call, this is the attack on our army. It's the provocation will be. Provocation attack. It's not the full-scale war attack as it is happening in Ukraine. They'll create blockade of Baltics. That's it. They will not fight in your forests. But you'll be left without any sort of the supplies, military and production. From the three Suwalki Gap capture to day 3 Polish army rushing to Kaliningrad. We'll see. After all, Russia has nukes. They have tactical nukes. They may go out with ultimatum, and Putin is crazy enough to use it. In this case, they say if you attack Russia, how they might do it? They say, okay, you create blockades, and definitely Lithuania implemented some of the restrictions for the Russian products and even, I guess, Russian gas going to Kaliningrad. So they might say this is a humanitarian mission to save our guys in Kaliningrad from, I don't know, cold winter. And we're going to make this corridor because negotiations didn't help. So we start our special military operation with the help of the local resistance, they might call, and send more forces without patches, Russian patches. So we're going to create the humanitarian corridor for our Russian Kaliningrad Oblast. And if someone attacks our forces on the way or attacks Kaliningrad, we're going to count it as the attack on Russia directly, and we're going to use our tactical nukes against Warsaw. Do you think that Warsaw will use its forces in this case? I don't think so. Will they say goodbye to their capital? It's gonna be like that. That's gonna be ultimatum, very high stakes, and humanitarian corridor. Yeah, it's gonna be a corridor to Kaliningrad. That's it. And if NATO swallows that, Russia will continue escalation. Poland would 100% fight against Russian, that they have prepared for it. Russia will not attack Poland directly. After all, Poland has more armies than Baltic. Again, guys, Russia will not go from Polish territory. They will go from Lithuanian territory. Partially. Like this. They will not attack Poland. But they say if Poland will start to defend Baltic countries, or they will say not defend Baltic countries, but if they try to cut our humanitarian corridor, peacekeeping corridor, life-saving corridor, Russia will call this intervention those names, we're gonna nuke Warsaw with a tactical nuke. That's what they say. They will say it's gonna be like this. I'm almost sure about it. But in fact, it's not going to be a humanitarian corridor. It's going to be a blockade of Baltic states. That's it. Poland is literally waiting for any moment to get rid of Kaliningrad. ERF-21, I already say to you, they may try to get rid of Kaliningrad, but they don't have nukes. Russia has nukes. They will not attack Kaliningrad. They might call that they're ready to attack Kaliningrad, but they will not. Even, and there will be many countries in the world, and including maybe United States of America, who would say, yeah, maybe Russia needs a humanitarian corridor to Kaliningrad. You see, this Europe, they're in lack of democracy. They're those stupid bureaucrats. Held them. So Russia has the right to have this corridor to Kaliningrad. Poor Kaliningrad. Bad Europe. That's what we heard, yeah, from J.D. Vincent already. Poland already got drones. They did nothing. Yes, they shut down 4 of the drones from 19, I guess, with someone's aviation. I think it was Netherlands, yeah, F-35. And tell me how many drones Latvia has. Yeah. They develop some of the drones, but it's uncomparable to what Russia has, and what, from the technical perspective, from the actual use perspective. To operate drones, you need to create drone army. There is no zero drone army in NATO. Absolutely zero. No any even battalion. Putin knows that if he actually decides to nuclear weapons, his generals would resist. Do you really believe in this? His generals are okay with wasting its own armed forces. They're okay. They are okay with everything. If they are not okay, they are dismissed. Putin is. Don't think that they have some sort of the free will, those generals. Putin easily dismisses them or put them close to windows sometimes. Putin doesn't care, and those generals, they understand if they disobey, they will be flatlined. Do not underestimate your enemy. The only thing how to deal with Putin is via Ukraine, to make it damn impossible for Russia in Ukraine. But Europe is not doing it, so Europe should expect this special military operation on its own territory. Could be next year, could be in 2027, we'll see. But it will happen. And Putin has this window while Donald Trump is the president, so next 3 years, I expect it to happen. Hi, Maria. I have no issue with Turkey at all. The conflict with Greece doesn't make me want to choose sides, and if had, I would choose based on military value. Turkey would beat Greece there again. What? Russia can held in nuclear peril by Ukraine. It had what? Guys, please write in English. Would Putin throw some nukes if he doesn't get what he wants? He may throw some nukes, yes, I believe in that. Not now, but later on. He will try to avoid it as far as he can, but after all, he may be serious about it. Like, he will try to achieve his goal in conventional matter. If he sees that, yeah, you're right. If he sees that he's losing, he will use nukes. Might be like that. Not not ICBMs, strategic missiles, but some tactical nukes maybe. I already told you one of those variants. How will everything end? I mean, war and escalations. Give your prediction. I already gave you the war in Europe and something really big. Not just in Europe. I mean, with NATO. And later on we'll see. Hopefully NATO will be victorious. He's like this every time, and hates Denys. Well, it's gonna be fun from now on. 6. What, total insane? What do you say? His roadmap is gearing up towards 2030, 2035, yes, and hoping to tire them out with attrition. Yeah, but it's gonna be too late, 2030. Because Putin will use this time while Don is the president. Know what you watch out. Wouldn't the nuclear fallout blow back to Russia? Do you know how nuclear weapons work? Killjoy. I'm sorry, no offense here, but there will be no nuclear fallout. Almost no. The nuclear bomb especially if it is a tactical one, it detonates at around 300, 500 meters above the ground. It doesn't create the significant nuclear fallout, really. And the one that is created is not holding for extensive period of time. It's not like Chernobyl nuclear reactor or any sort of the nuclear reactor, which is more dangerous for nuclear fallout. The nuclear bomb devastates with blast wave, like with shock wave. That's the main devastation. Also, radiation, of course, but it doesn't leave the nuclear fallout for a long time. There are also the wear exercise. If you check out the chronics from history, then Soviets and, by the way, Americans also did similar tests. Then they blow up nuclear bomb. They immediately send some of the soldiers there to the place, and some of them, they used to live quite extensive period of time, like really extensive. So those, especially tactical nukes, they do not leave significant fallout, contamination, radiation. Even if you check out Hiroshima, Nagasaki, where is the nuclear fallout? People live there, normal towns nowadays. But Chernobyl, yeah, there is a nuclear fallout, and will be for many years. So if we speak about nuclear weaponry, it's just to Google how it works. Russia having nukes isn't crazy at all. They should have them. I think that was Caesar, and Israel has nukes. If the United States stops funding Israel and stops relations with them, then Israel would probably nuke every country that attacks them. What? The dangerous fallout is the one like from Chernobyl. The fallout have around 30 years and how? Yeah. And will be for ages. Like it's different, yeah? Different. It's the real contamination. Also Fukushima, yeah. But from the bombs, like nuclear weaponry, it's different. News have always been a fear factor, especially Putin, the videos of the Tsar bomb, etc. Yes, they're really huge nuclear weapons, really huge. They leave fallout trace. But like average, no. Not for a long time, let's say. Especially tactical. Nuclear fallout is not dependent on a ground or air strike, though a ground strike will produce more contamination than ground zero itself. A simulation of nuclear bomb blast. What if I nuke a city? That's interesting, could be.
Playing around with nuclear weapons in videos is fun. There's a visceral joy in blowing things up and a horrifying fascination with things like fireballs, shockwaves and radiation. And while it does help put our destructive power in perspective, it's not the best way of understanding the real impact of a nuclear explosion. This isn't about silly stacks of TNT or about how bright an explosion is. Nuclear weapons are about you. So we've partnered with the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement to explore what would really happen if a nuclear weapon were detonated in a major city today. Not nuclear war, just one explosion. People are going to work, studying for exams, are lost in their thoughts and daily lives. Right here, a nuclear weapon is detonated and time freezes. The first phase of the explosion happens within less than a second. In a millisecond, a ball of plasma hotter than the sun appears and grows in a fireball to more than 2 kilometers across.
Oh, it depends on the warhead, I guess.
Within this ball, everyone is just gone. Think of water dripped onto a very hot pan. A sizzle, and then there's nothing. Most buildings, cars, trees, tacky sculptures, and people, all evaporated. First, the flash, an intense tsunami of light, washes over the city in an instant. If you happen to have your head pointed in the direction of the explosion, it renders you blind for a few hours. The heat of this light produces a thermal pulse, so energetic and hot that it just burns everything as far as 13 kilometers from the detonation site. What this means is that everything in an area of 500 square kilometers that is able to burn starts burning. Plastic, wood, fabric, hair, and skin. If you happen to be in reach of the thermal pulse, one moment you're on your way to work, the next moment you're on fire. Now the second phase begins. It happens in a few seconds. Most people will now first notice that something is wrong, but it's already too late for hundreds of thousands. The flash is followed by the shockwave.
Yeah, and the shockwave brings the most devastation.
The heat and radiation of the fireball create a bubble of superheated and supercompressed air around it that's now expanding explosively, faster than the speed of sound, creating winds stronger than hurricanes and tornadoes. Human infrastructure is no match for its power. Most major buildings within a kilometer of the fireball are just ground up down to their base. Only steel-reinforced concrete is able to partially resist the pressure. In the surrounding parks where retirees feed the ducks, trees blackened and smoldering from the heat a second before snap like toothpicks. If you're outside, you get tossed away like a grain of dust in a tornado. The shock wave weakens as it travels outwards, but still, about 175 square kilometers of houses collapse like they're made of cards, trapping tens of thousands of people who didn't have any time to react. Gas stations explode and fires spread throughout the rubble. A mushroom cloud made from the remains of the fireball, dust and ash rises kilometers into the sky in the next few minutes and casts a dark shadow over the ruined city. This violently pulls in fresh air surrounding the city, destroying more buildings and providing an abundance of oxygen. It depends on the city what happens next. If there's enough fuel, fires may turn into a firestorm that burns the rubble, everybody trapped in it, and people trying to flee the devastation. Up to 21 kilometers from the explosion, people just like you rush to their windows to take pictures of the mushroom cloud, unaware that the shockwave is still coming at them, about to shatter their windows and create a blizzard of sharp glass. The third phase begins in the coming hours and days. We're used to the idea that help will come, no matter the disaster. This time is different. A nuclear explosion is like every natural disaster at once. There are hundreds of thousands or millions of people with serious injuries, lacerations, broken bones, serious burns. In the next few minutes and hours, thousands more will die because of these injuries. Countless people are trapped in collapsed buildings like in earthquakes, or blinded by the flash, deaf from the blast wave, and unable to flee through streets impassable with rubble and debris. They're terrified, confused, and don't know what's happened to them or why. Most likely, many hospitals have been leveled along with all the other buildings, and most medical professionals are either dead or injured along with everyone else. The survivors lucky enough to have been in metro tunnels or standing in the right place to be unburned and unhurt won't have truly escaped harm yet. Depending on the type of weapon, where it explodes, and even the weather, an awful black rain can begin, with radioactive ash and dust descending on the city, covering everything and everyone. The invisible, malicious, silent horror of radiation takes its turn. Every breath carries poison to the lungs of the survivors. Over the coming days, the people who receive the highest doses of radiation exposure will die. There will be no help, not for hours or maybe even days. Civilization doesn't operate when there is a total breakdown of infrastructure. Roads are blocked, train tracks warped, runways cluttered with rubble. No water, no electricity, no communication, no stores to replenish supplies from. Help from surrounding cities will have a hard time entering the disaster zone, and even if they can, the radioactive contamination will make it risky to get too close. After a nuclear attack, you're on your own. So, bit by bit, people emerge from the rubble, on foot, contaminated with radioactive fallout, carrying what little they may have left. They are slow, in pain, traumatized, and they all need food, water, and medical treatment fast. And the damage done by a nuclear weapon doesn't end when the fires burn out and the smoke clears. The hospitals in the neighboring cities are under-equipped for a disaster of this scale and overwhelmed with tens or hundreds of thousands of patients with serious injuries. In the weeks, months, and years to come, many of those who survived will succumb to cancers like leukemia. The reason no government wants you to think about all this is because there is no serious humanitarian response possible to a nuclear explosion. There's no way to really help the immediate victims of a nuclear attack. This is not a hurricane, wildfire or earthquake or nuclear accident. It is all of these things at once, but worse. No nation on Earth is prepared to deal with it. The world has changed in the past few years, with world leaders again explicitly and publicly threatening each other with nuclear weapons. Many experts think the danger of a nuclear strike is higher than it has been in decades. Governments tell their citizens that it's good that we have nuclear weapons, but it's bad when anyone else gets them. That it's somehow necessary to threaten others with mass destruction to keep us safe. But does this make you feel safe? It only takes a small group of people with power to go crazy or rogue, a small misstep or a simple misunderstanding to unleash a catastrophe of unimaginable proportions.
Yeah, nice, kind of the childish animation, but it's interesting. Yeah. So the main thing is like, even in Hiroshima, people survived and lived for a very long time. Even there was no like severe nuclear fallout. And now the city is functioning. So mostly those are burns and like what they say. Basically, if you're subway in the station, you're fine. Yeah, the main thing is to go underground. But in ground zero, like in the epicenter, even like it's useless, I think. Can stress how important the food simul situation is. Yeah, also the food situation and everything. Like even for Switzerland, it's like a neutral country, and hopefully there is not gonna be war, but still they will struggle because of everything. All of the supplies are coming from European Union, so if Europe goes at war, Switzerland will also suffer. Like there will be no country intact, I guess. Maybe Latin America, maybe Australia will be fine. Who knows? There is no bunker anywhere near my location, and the closest city with an underground is 20 kilometers away. So maybe you are not very interesting for nuclear bomb then. If you don't have that infrastructure, why should you be bombed? I think the most safe areas are somewhere in a village, far away from the big cities. The bomb is coming, I'll be sitting on my balcony waiting. We are being censored. What do you mean, Kim? YouTube censor me or what? Let me check. No, everything is fine. Like, it's okay. I live next to the 1/3 of the world's fresh water supply. Ooh, nice. Yeah, villages. Yeah, Swain. Villages, small villages far away from the cities and military bases. This is the good to go. I was thinking about it even before the full-scale war with Russia, like the villages. And then the war happened. We went immediately to the village far away from the big cities because we also thought that maybe it's gonna be nuclear. Who knows what is happening? Checking out the news. New United States security strategy aligns with Russian vision, Moscow says. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. The news 2 hours ago. Breaking. A well-known German military analyst is predicting a possible Russian attack on Estonia. Yeah, it's like one more variant to Estonia. Karol Masala outlines how Russian aggression could escalate into collapse of NATO. As the global tension continued to rise, Russia steadily increasing the level of pressure and hostility towards neighbors. In this context, German experts have expressed concern about Moscow's plans, particularly regarding NATO's collective defense obligations in Europe. German military analyst Carlo Massala noted that the Kremlin may attempt to exploit divisions within the alliance to test NATO's resolve. Yeah, I also think like that. Masala suggests that Russia could launch an incursion into Estonia by 2028. Estonia is here. Yeah, if like variant Suwalki corridor or just Estonia, depends on what Russia wants. Just Estonia or all of the Baltic states, whether they want to for Estonia. Actually, there is like one profit for Russia because like Poland is kind of far away. Yeah, so and also there is no connection with so maybe Estonia, who knows? Maybe Estonia. Yeah, potential disagreement among NATO member states over the activation of the Article 5. I'm sure there will be negotiations. There will be concern. They will call for meetings, meeting after meeting. What should we do in this case? This article stipulates that an attack on one NATO member state is considered an attack on all. Well, if you check out this article, maybe, but the reaction is not necessarily deploying troops, as it is written in that article. The Russians are becoming increasingly brazen in the ways they test NATO's deterrence measures and ability of specific countries to respond. Masala told Newsweek, their goal is to deepen fractures between European nations and NATO itself. Yes, we have already seen such provocations for 2 years now, but in recent months, Russia has clearly intensified its game. 19 drones entered Polish territory and 3 fighter jets flew to Estonian airspace. They're taking far greater risks with their provocations. The German expert argues that some countries may hesitate to engage in direct confrontation with Russia. Such hesitation, he warns, could embolden Putin to act aggressively without fearing consequences. Masala's assessment corresponds with the recent provocations, including the appearance of Russian troops near Estonia border and incursion into Estonian airspace, incidents that have heightened the tensions and tested NATO unity. If you believe deterrence and the idea that violations will be punished, you'll You don't send 3 fighter jets to Estonian airspace for 12 minutes just to test the reaction. You should do this with 1 aircraft, but not 3. It really matters. In my view, this was a Russian PR stunt. If Moscow generally intended to create a real threat to Estonia, it wouldn't parade 7 soldiers carelessly through the streets like exposed targets. That's not preparation for an operation. Yeah, of course. It was demonstration meant we can do these things without fear of consequences. So yeah, it's like most of the experts, they're like Trump's son say that Ukraine was much more corrupt than Russia and accused Zelensky of allegedly not wanting to end the war. Also accused the Ukraine wealthy people of running away from their country, leaving what they considered the peasant class to fight. We hear all of the rumors about what's going on, then we see that every second taxi in Monaco is a Ukrainian. This summer in Monaco, 50% of supercars like Bugatti and Ferrari had the Ukrainian license plates, he said. Finally, Trump Jr. suggested that his father might simply be distancing himself from the war and the United States would stop being an idiot with a checkbook. They already do not support Ukraine. Come on, what are you speaking about? They just sell the weapons. It's over for direct military support. It's like, yeah, there are lots of I agree partially, actually, that there are some of the rich people, corrupt people who left to Monaco, and we call it among Ukrainians Battalion Monaco, with those politicians and officials, with their sons, They definitely drive expensive cars, so here he is right. I have nothing to say about it. But it's not about Ukraine, all of the Ukraine. Like they put, and there's still the fight against corruption in Ukraine compared to Russia. So they take one fact and they put the situation upside down. So if Ukraine is corrupt, if it has like corrupt officials, some of them, it's better not to defend the country. Like it doesn't worse defense. And Russia may do its massacres as in Bucha. So that's what they actually saying. Russia may occupy Ukraine, it may jeopardize the safety just because, they drive Ferraris in Monaco, some of them. Monaco is very small, so it's evident that there are some of the Ukrainian cars, yeah. So it's justifying the Russian aggression, actually, justifying. Yes, Ukraine is corrupt, but not any close to Russia. Every country is corrupt, especially his father. And he himself, his family, Trump's family, they're openly corrupt. It's like Kirill Dmitriev, who accuses European Union for censorship. The Russian official, Putin's friend, accuses Europe for the censorship. This is funny. The same from Trump Jr. Corruption in Russia is normal, so no more questions. Yeah. Danny, why did you trash Roman on your main channel? He's a good, cool guy. Would you interview Roman? He is fucker. I can trash him more. He complains about his life. He doesn't film the videos about Ukraine, what his country is doing with its war crimes. He is pause. And since he filmed a hate video about Kellen Robertson, who is a really nice guy who really helps Ukraine. So since Roman started this beef against the guy who really tells the situation how it is and who really supports Ukraine, he's doing a lot for Ukraine and risking his own life. For me, Roman is piece of shit. So fuck him. I will not communicate with him and know any interviews. He's just grifter. escaped Russia because of he's not feeling okay with blocking cards and blocking his YouTube AdSense. All time he complains about his poor life in Europe. About Kaka's. Yes, he's pro-Russian fuck. There is no freaking difference for me between Zetnik, those orcs, and Roman. Absolutely zero difference. Yeah, and KFZ guy. Yeah. Привет, drunk drummer. He hates Putin though. He might hate Putin, but he's the same imperialist as all of the Russians. Most of them. Not all, most of them. They're good Russians, I understand. The guys like Michael Nike. I would like to have the interview with Michael Nike. Or even this guy, streamer, Jesus. He is good. Because he supports Ukraine directly. Roman is piece of shit. This guy is nice. Michael Nike.
1383 день войны. Неплохие новости из США. Зеленский пообщался с Виткофом и Кушнером, и вроде даже...
Doing the same stuff as me. Well, more active. Like every day, Michael Nike, he lives in the United States. He is Russian. And he films lots of the videos. And he collects the funds for Ukrainian drones. Really helping directly. And Roman, he's just complaining about his poor life in Europe, and Putin who canceled his previous life in Russia. That's it. There is nothing about Ukraine in his videos, absolutely. So fuck him. And since he literally attacked Kellen Robertson, who does tremendous job for Ukraine, who is again risking his life, reviewing the situation on the front lines, and really collects also funds for Ukraine. If he is this grifter, fuck him. Like, fuck Roman. If you disagree, it's your choice. I'm just telling how I see it, how I understand it. This was 3 years ago. Check out his channel. He's not filming anymore about those atrocities and everything. If you willing to watch him, watch. Like, I don't care. Couldn't call it war for over 2 years. Yeah. So for me, he's a piece of shit. But you may watch him. It's your choice. Like, up to you. I'm not convincing you in everything. I'm just telling you my impression. That the guy who attacks Ukrainian voices, who are definitely helping Ukraine, who are on the ground. I think Kellen already said about him everything. Inside Russia, you mean Konstantin? Yeah, I think Konstantin is good. This guy, I think he's good. This guy is good. Even then about Kallas, he had a point because Kaya Kallas' husband was making business with Russia while Russia was at war with Ukraine. It was huge scandal here in Estonia. Oh, interesting. Konstantin, Russian, has the FSB following him. Some Russians are okay. Yeah, Konstantin is nice. I'm not saying that all of the Russians are. Roman has always been pro-Ukraine and against the Russian regime. Even before the war happened, I think you got wrong about him. Maybe check him out and hear his side. I don't want to check him, honestly. I got some videos and recommendations. I don't like this guy. For me, he's a piece of shit. I tell you why. So what you want me to convince for or to, I do not accept that. And for me, he's a piece of shit. After that video about Kellen Robertson, He is a fucking Russian imperialistic piece of shit. Nothing more, nothing less. For me, no difference between Orc who supports Putin and Roman. Because idea is the same. Whether it's Putin or not, he supports Russian imperialism. There are good Russians like Michael, like I say to you. Boop, 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 boom, boom. Yeah, I don't like why he's least imperialistic. They all like say that they're not imperialistic. In fact, they like all of the Russian opposition mainly. Those are imperialists with Navalny and all of that bullshit. Well, I mean, not Navalny personally, he died, but his wife is a grifter, and they're involved in corruption scandals. So Russian opposition is a joke, as well as the Russian oppositioners. Russia should be no more, like not a state, should be deformed, disintegrated. That's the only way. All of the people who support United Russia, they are imperialists. Or who say, oh, we are brothers with Ukrainians. Fuck you, brothers. Get lost. Get out. We don't need those brothers. They say like, oh, Putin is wrong, we should be brothers. We don't need you. We don't need anything from you. Thanks, Totally Insane, for liking the stream. Yeah, we don't need brothers like that, George. There is a very... who is this guy? I got his videos in recommendation.
Could you see a scenario where the Russian...
Where is his channel? I got sometimes his videos. I was actually inspired by this guy to film outside on my trash channel. Who is this guy? Paul War. Yeah, this is his channel. Like he is just placing the camera, and you see many views he has. Just placing the camera and speaking. I'm sorry, on this channel I have advertisement. No YouTube Prime. So sorry that we have this Zurich. I don't like the advertisement, but I'm sorry. Nice cute dog, by the way.
But I honestly never thought I'd actually see, where they directly used military force against Russian Shadow Fleet tankers to take them offline. And they not only directly took military force, but they also took credit for it, which is a big deal. Now,
So the way how he speaks, like very like understandable with this intonation. Yeah, my videos are like I cannot speak for that extensive period of time, but I think he got some sort of the text or the plan. Maybe I can check it out. Can I check it out? Just a moment. I'll do some of the stuff to check it out whether he has the text. Need to do some of the research. Come on, where is my... I'm sorry, then I starting in Vegas, it's started to be very complicated. Just a moment. Why I don't have it in the search panel? What happened? Why I can...
Near the terminals that load oil.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, now... Huh? Very strange thing happens. Why I cannot access Paint? Like, what is happening? Somehow I cannot search. It's very strange. Somehow my panel is fucked up. And my keyboard is not working. Why? Very strange. Can I search for something? Yeah, I can search, but I cannot search on my computer. I cannot search anything. Okay, well, I wonder how can I check the applications? Okay. It's not working. Maybe something fucked up. Just a moment, guys. I need to go to the apps. Installed apps. I wonder why it's not working, but can I start it? No, I can't. Very strange. My Windows fucked up. Okay, now I just went to Photoshop. I just want to check out whether he reads the text or not. It's hard really to say. Well, there is something. I think this is just the sky in reflection. There is some reflection straight in the pupils here. Something is pointing out. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to judge with this resolution. So yeah, I sometimes watch his videos and probably he at least has the plan or maybe the script. Reload is my default, is stops buffering for long. Maybe, but yeah. Russians and Latvia also like they're the part of us, but at the same time they disrespect us and our culture in almost every single way. Yeah, Cockster Mobster, that's the big problem. They want to be your brothers. We don't need those brothers. We need them in their country with their Russian world, just limited for themselves. But they cannot hold it for themselves. That's the problem. Which they create for everyone. Go to YouTube quality and click advanced. YouTube has been messed up. Days defaulting. Ah, I see. Yeah. I also like found out that my videos are not played in highest possible quality. Very strange. Gunther Fairley here. I don't know who is that. Air 21. Preston Stewart is worth watching. Yeah. I also subscribe for him. He's a nice guy. It's a bit better now, only hangs every couple of minutes. What? Bolton Background made a video in Latvia's most Russian town. Really? I don't really like this guy because he tweeted then he was forced out from Russia, that he was forced to, in his rhetorics, to support Ukraine or something like that. That YouTube like forced him to support or something. Like, he's a very shady guy. I don't really like him. But his videos, they're good. Like, they're popular. He shows Soviet stuff. He was in Ukraine recently. Why it's not
Gonna
long?
give me a lift. Let's go. Daugavpils, if they let me in.
Is it Latvia?
Ну как вы оба? Давно не видел.
He knows Russian, by the way.
Что но? For years, people have been asking me why I've never filmed in little old Latvia.
No, this
But
is
the truth
Latvia.
is, I can never think of a theme for the video. Latvia is a small, peaceful country, and the people probably don't all over their trains. However, recently, I randomly found this little Soviet book of photographs.
You know, he uses still this camera, which I also have. This one, Sony X3000. He still films on this one. Actually, this is a nice camera. I like it also.
From the town of Daugavpils,
A little outdated, but
in the very
fine.
east of what was once the Soviet Socialist Republic of Latvia. After 7 years on YouTube, I finally have my video idea. Let's go and see what remains of the past in Daugavpils. I think you're going to hear the word Soviet
Daugavpils?
quite a few times. Join me. There
He's
is
also
just
a friend
one
of
issue,
Roman.
though,
I'm
and
not
that is that
surprised.
Daugavpils is a small provincial city in Latvia, and I'm in Lithuania, and there's no transport, so I'm going to have to bloody stick the old thumb out and hitchhike.
Yeah, the architecture is terrible. It was built in Soviet times. I used to live in those kind of the buildings too. Ah, jeez.
So hopefully someone picks me up. Maybe this chap. Who's this? Oh, Tadeusz! Блин, не ожидал. Анастасия, здравствуйте еще раз, блин.
Так что?
Daugavpils.
Давай, нам по дороге.
С вами?
Конечно.
Давайте. That was a stroke of luck, wasn't it?
Okay, I'll scroll a little.
Прихватили Советский Союз, поэтому они еще эту жизнь знают.
What she's saying, like this.
Или это город?
Попрошайка.
Daugavpils. On a snowy, wet, grey, miserable
Yeah, snow gray, miserable. That fits it exactly.
end of November morning. Daugavpils.
Terrible weather.
Nasty.
Это на русском написано, да? Как вы живете?
Очень плохо.
Да. А почему?
Потому что государство не заботится.
I live miserably because the government doesn't take care about me. What?
Они не помогают, совсем не помогает
Нет,
государство.
совсем не
Вы
помогает.
каждый день здесь стоите?
Да, каждый день.
Does Latvia helps? Daugavpils, Latvia's most Russian city. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, this is the camera. He has like Sony X3000, exactly the one I showed you. Like maybe without this case it will be visible, but yeah, that's the same camera. I like it a lot. He still films on that. Interesting. And probably she will accuse Latvia of everything.
Блин.
Потому что пенсия по инвалидности у меня, пенсия 200 евро.
200 евро
200
месяц.
евро, что это есть? Ой, спасибо большое. На лекарства остаются.
She needs to call Russia to save her. Those people will call Russia. They still think that Russia will living in Russian under Russian occupation is ancient Sony camera. Yeah, but I like how it films, like, and the sound is still amazing.
На квартиру стою, собираю. А если зима холодная, то, значит, квартира где-то больше 400 евро.
So you see, the picture is good. Like, it's almost like what you see with your eyes. It's also not curving that much. Yeah, there is a little curve, but it's okay. Also, it has the optic stabilization. And the colors is exactly what you see with your eyes. Like the color science on Sony cameras, I like it, especially on this one. Like almost exactly what you would see. Like no, like it has also vivid option. I use vivid actually for better picture, but this is standard mode.
Ну вот и представьте, как.
А раньше при СССР жизнь была лучше. Во.
She likes the Soviet Union lifestyle, you see? Yes, Swain Sony cameras is good. You see, she likes, like, he asked her about the Soviet times and she likes it. She would like her to be saved by Russia.
Не помните это
Вы
место?
знаете, так я родилась при Советском Союзе. Мне
I was
это,
born
конечно,
during the
да,
Soviet
это
times.
Никаких проблем.
No problems were there. Yeah, of
Дети мои
course.
родились при Советском Союзе. Ну, прихватили Советский Союз, поэтому они еще эту жизнь знают.
Очень приятно. Удачи вам. Удачи.
Спасибо. И вам.
So those people, they ask Putin for liberation. Government helps. There are homeless people in almost every country in the world. Yeah. So it's not like my country, Latvia, is awful, and no, Soviet Union life was much worse. Yeah, Copster Mobster, I agree with you. 100%. Like Soviet times were the worst. My parents actually were happy about Soviet Union collapse. Yeah, they say that it was better.
Spasibo. Well, there we go. We've just got out the car and arrived here in Daugavpils, Soviet Daugavpils, and already we've met a babushka begging for change on the street because there's just not enough money or help from the government for people. Latvia feels already a little bit poorer than Lithuania. Let's explore the city.
Is Latvia poorer than Lithuania? Oh, nice nickname, Bob Joy. She isn't said anything about wanting Putin to help her. She is not saying because she could be maybe even prosecuted for that in Latvia. But she thinks about it. I'm 100% believe in that.
We'll meet some more babushkas.
Старый город ваш. 70,
If they say Soviet Union times were so great.
750 лет. Очень старый. Но здесь говорит на русском еще, я думаю.
Ну нет, в основном это русскоязычное.
Да. Это рад это слышать. Красивый язык. Очень приятно.
There we go. The babushka just said they still speak Russian here in Daugavpils. Ancient Daugavpils, because written on the wall over there, it says Daugavpils 750 years old. Let's go and have a look. 750 years old. Older than Australia, older than America, older than many places. Look at it.
Daugavpils 750. Здравствуйте. Ну, красивый маленький город у вас здесь есть, я думаю. Да.
Художники оформляют.
Да. И все говорят на русском языке.
Oh, this is Bolt scooter. I know it because in Ukraine we also have the same.
Здесь или как?
В основном
Да, да.
Нет, ну как? Такой город. Тут же рядом Белоруссия, Россия.
Да.
Литва, и вообще общий язык надо.
Да, конечно, прав.
But now I think the younger generation, they speak English more than Russian as the language of communication between, yeah? I'm so fucking glad I'm Norwegian, yeah. Bolt and Backrap is actually pro-Russian. Why are you watching him? Look who his history and what he said. Yeah, I know. I said about it in my videos. That he is, I think, pro-Russian.
Это Долгава река
Yep.
и Пелис это Касл. Ну, то есть это...
So Daugavpils means, as Nastya said, babushkas in all the former Soviet.
Idea of this video review is to check out whether people support Russia here in Latvia, in this most pro-Russian city. I understand that he's probably pro-Russian. That he was in Ukraine just recently.
Я снимаю ваш...
Come on, load. YouTube is very slow recently.
The rule of a Soviet canteen, stolova, is when you finish your meal, you've got to place your tray somewhere. I can do it one-handed and film.
He didn't speak a lot with people, like with some of them.
That is the number one rule of a Soviet canteen.
Oh, this
if you
guy,
don't do that, the
he
babushka
looks
behind the counter.
younger. Well, since...
Все хорошо?
Hello, Teddy.
Первый раз здесь ваш город. Ну, нормальный город. Маленький. Нет? Город не работает ничего. Да, представляю.
No work. No, this is some sort of the hobo-looking guy. Some other people there in this city. Yeah, he usually finds some sort of the creeps and follows them somewhere. Бомжи. Yeah, really hobo guy. He found and he makes the content with them, and that's pretty much it. It's hard to judge on this video. With some babushkas, he spoke like, yeah, this is an annoying one, but 1.2 millions already. That's crazy. A lot of views. A lot. And he also like visited Ukraine.
Is where the rocket actually hit and where,
Actually, yeah, he filmed that Russia strikes Ukraine. That's good. Like we have this evidence, yeah, that he showed.
where a lot of people were killed apparently. Here's an ambulance now.
7 years ago, 7 months ago. I think it's Kharkiv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kharkiv.
promised the police officer that I wouldn't shoot in that direction, only in this direction. So I can't show you what's down there. It's cordoned off anyway. But let's have a look up here. And here, здравствуйте. More windows blown out. Look, just shows you the power of when a rocket hits a town. It's not just the immediate vicinity that gets destroyed, but here, all the way up the other end of the street, look.
Maybe it's a good thing that he shows like Russia strikes just residential areas and yeah, like this voice also. Mouse Golden, hi, how are you doing? Only Latvian I met was a dick. Teddy, come on. We have Latvian in the chat. Cockster Mobster is from Latvia. We have unity from all around the world. Come on. Even some of the Russians are also good, as we came to conclusion. Man, Ukraine was so beautiful before. Yeah, before. It's now beautiful. Like, it's not touched fully by the war. He's pro-Russian propagandist by now. You think so? Yeah, I read what I know about him. It seems like I watched some of the video, but it was like the videos like that are possible to create even about me. But he was really saying that he was forced to maintain pro-Ukrainian position just not to get banned on YouTube. We may check it out, I think, on ChatGPT. ChatGPT, no, Grok knows better, actually. I know that Grok is controlled by X, but it gives better answers on those sensitive topics. Okay, tell me please, YouTuber Bolt and Bankrupt, and it seems like there was some sort of the material about him that he was actually forced to speak pro-Ukrainian position just not to get demonetized on YouTube. Do you have any confirmation about that one?
Yeah, I know Bald and Bankrupt. Benjamin Rich, the British guy doing those gritty travel vlogs in post-Soviet spots. On that claim about him being forced to go pro-Ukrainian to dodge demonetization, it checks out from what he said himself. Back in 2022, during an interrogation video that leaked after he got detained in Russia, he straight up mentioned getting emails from YouTube warning creators to only cover the Ukraine situation from the Ukrainian side or risk losing monetization. Sounds like pressure to stay in line with their policies on the war. Wild stuff, right?
Tell me if he is like, what position does he have? Like, from what perspective he's reviewing? Was he like complaining about his forced to maintain pro-Ukrainian position or not, or something like that? Tell me what position he has.
Yeah, Bald, Benjamin Rich, comes across as genuinely pro-Ukraine in his vlogs, especially since he spent months there pre-invasion, donated cash to support him, and even filmed on the Eastern Front. In that leaked 2022 interrogation clip from his Russian arrest, he straight up told the cops he got those YouTube emails pressuring creators to stick to the Ukrainian perspective on the war or get demonetized. He wasn't griping about it like it was a big personal drag, more like explaining why he was careful with his coverage to keep the channel running. He's called out the invasion as wrong, but keeps his style neutral and gritty, not super preachy.
Thanks. Well, not too much evidence to really say that he's pro-Russian, I think. Or he is. What do you think? Ask if he's Southern softy. What? He just has Soviet obsession. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Soviet obsession. It is. That's 100%. But maybe it is based on what people watch. Like, they would like to watch this Soviet kind of culture, post-Soviet era, post-Soviet countries. He is not pro-war. Pro-war or not pro-war, but whether he's pro-Russian. He's not pro-Russia, he's just smart. I confused again. Surprise, surprise. I don't think I've seen any other creator come out with an email like that. Yeah, I also don't like, and even me, like, I'm reviewing this Ukrainian war, I didn't have any sort of emails from YouTube. Jesus, how to change the height? Just a sec. Stupid chair I bought. He's creepy around beautiful women. It's okay. Like, it's all male. Like, come on. You saw that video, yeah? I'm also creepy around beautiful women. It's okay. It's natural. Not entirely pro-content, he seems to have genuine interest in their architecture and morals from a detached perspective of atrocities. He did same in all Baltic countries than the most Russian towns. Denys, would you like just quickly get an option about your rather live under a benevolent dictator or in a corrupt democracy. What? Democracy is better, corrupt or not? It's better. It's not about under what. You may have corrupt during dictatorship. It's usually like that. We English don't like dictators since Hitler and Napoleon. It's on our DNA. Yeah, it's good. Daddy. High-tech chair. No, it's low-tech chair if it changes on its own. I mean, the height of the seat changed on its own. European Commission has lost access to its control panel for buying and tracking ads on Elon Musk's X after finding the social media platform. Let it be. It's not a huge loss for European Commission not to have advertisements on X platform. It's not reasonable to say even I'm creepy around beautiful women because we don't know what they mean by creepy. Maybe you mean awkward, which is normal. Yeah, like I saw the video about Bold and Bankrupt, I think. Like the book in the Bold and Bankrupt or something. Bold and Bankrupt. Well, now we have his channel here. Oh, my channel somehow. Why? Well, can I just... Yeah, that's my stream. Can I just go with it here? Bold and Bankrupt and... oh, this video. Like, it's made by, like, Creep, yeah? So it's made just for the views. Maybe.
Spends over 1 million views per video by traveling to extremely isolated areas. However, with accusations of
Then you heard this, like it's... There will be some...
which he spends roughly 3.5 minutes firstly swooning over female cops.
I saw what at first appeared to be a mirage, but they were no mirage. They were Indian traffic cops, and they were beautiful.
So what? They are really beautiful, so what? I would say the same, like...
Before filming some...
Bolton Garper isn't just creepy, he's a rapist that preys on women and... What? He's a rapist that preys on women in poorer countries like Ukraine. He was charged with a rape. Yeah? Then he was charged where? In Ukraine?
Pretty questionable shots with some more creepy commentary.
I stayed in the city an extra day for no other reason than to gaze upon them. In fact, I'd often stop to ask needless directions just to see their smiles up.
That's a little creepy, but I wouldn't say it's some violation. He just wants to attract some attention of those police girls. Come on.
Maybe feel a slight hint of their breath on my skin.
I never also heard that he was pressed. We can fact check. Yeah, we have the tool, which is called ChatGPT. Okay, tell me. Yeah. All right, tell me about Bold and Bankrupt, whether he was charged with some of the rape accusations or his attitude towards women. Try to find some information about this YouTuber in internet. It's interesting. Exploring the beef. Yeah, actually, with this tool, it's like just not to Google. You have it right away. Benjamin Rich. Will it give me? It's in Russian. Then I speak with you in English. Please respond in English. Yes, check. Reply me in English, please. This information. Dig the information in internet and tell me. Shit, this is stupid. Yeah, I like Grok more. Maybe I should try this Google artificial intelligence also. Because this is stupid. ChatGPT is really stupid. What do we have from Google? I forgot the name. See you, Swain. On Reddit. Bob Bancroft posts about using date rape drugs while having a history of walking free from his 2 charges of rape at the gang rape trial with his friends before the court could try the evidence because it couldn't be identified which individual should be tied to which. What? 3-phase rape charge. June 2nd, 2000, he was indeed 25 years old. His public bankruptcy order published by British authorities. So what? Next year, his channels, he was declared bankrupt. The Southern Daily Echo, Friday, September. Short answer, there is no public record of Bob Bancroft being convinced of rape. There are serious online claims that he was charged in a rape case in 2000s and later what this word, how to read it? Acquitted, based on old local newspaper clippings and forum posts, but it is not something I can independently verify from primary reputable sources. So it all means bullshit. His on-camera attitude towards women and alleged older forum posts have led many people to call him a sex tourist, pickup artist, while others see him as just flirty middle-aged guy. Was he ever charged with rape? That's clear. What's clear and verifiable? Public mainstream profiles, Wikipedia news pieces about him, arrest in Russia, Kazakhstan, etc. talk about him as a British terror vlogger. The profiles do not mention any rape charges. There's circulating online. What's circulating online? on a dedicated subreddit, just subreddit, that digs into his background. Users have posted scans of transcripts of local UK newspaper reports, Isle of Wight, Southern Daily Echo from around 2001. Those clippings describe a man named Benjamin Rich Swift, mid-20s, construction worker charged with 2 counts of rape and 1 count of indecent assault. A UK cycling forum post summarizes that the case says that the man went to trial, but the judge directed the jury to return a not guilty verdict, and the prosecution offered no evidence in the end, although the judge said that they should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves for whatever reason. Online sleuth then tried to connect the Benjamin Rich Swift with Bolton Bankrupt by matching the compound surname, matching age, citing alleged bankruptcy documents. However, the primary source for rape charges and exact outcome just Reddit and forums, not easily acceptable official court records or big national outlets. So some local newspaper and Reddit without his real name. He himself hasn't publicly addressed this trial in a clear, verifiable way in the mainstream media. Like, just ignore it. Mainstream media profiles ignore it. So careful, honest summary is, there are credible-looking claims that a man with his full legal name, age, and region was charged in a rape case around 2000s, and that the case ended without conviction. Not guilty verdict, but I can't independently verify the full court record, and big mainstream sources don't cover it. So I cannot accuse him, and no one can actually, without... I don't see any reliable evidence that he's been convicted of rape or sexual offense. That's it. So it's all blah blah blah. Without real court, guilty, not guilty, it's all blah blah blah. So you see.
Many of the video's comments echoed, "Ha, I knew it, I'm not the creepiest man alive." However, despite being a pretty creepy upload, there was no denying the footage was interesting, especially to a Western audience. By showcasing similarly interesting culture shock footage like a $1 Indian gym, Mumbai's largest slum, and a stolen item market, Boredom Bankrupt exploded in popularity, all while maintaining his vocal love for the opposite sex.
There's 2 things that I like in life.
What should he do? Express his love to his own sex or opposite sex? Maybe it would be even more views, yeah? There could be for the same sex. Like, he's a guy, just come on. We all like beautiful women. Like normal males. They all like beautiful women. It's normal.
Markets and women. And here I've come to the world's only all-women's market.
In other videos, Bald's comments became much more expressive.
Oh, sexy little things in their hijab. I'm a little bit scared to flirt. I do like a woman in a hijab. Is the hijab one when you just see the eyes? It's very sexy when you just see the eyes. Leaves a lot to the imagination.
Yeah, it sounds creepy. I agree, but yeah, it's his style. What can I say? It's not any sort of the rape attempt or something.
Next stop, Argentina on the world tour, I think. But I have no actual interest in watching polo, although...
I think feminists would be angry on that, or what?
Never to go there. Most people understandably thought that Chechnya was being ridiculous. However, Bald's next controversy was 100% his fault. British YouTube star behind Boredom Bankrupt detained at Russian Space Center. British YouTube star with more than 3 million followers is arrested near Russian spaceport in Kazakhstan. British YouTuber ordered to pay fine after Russians detain him at spaceport.
Yeah, so many people try to go to this spaceport where there are some of the Burans remain in Kazakhstan, not far away from this launching spot of Baikonur. some of the stalkers went to this facility, but they were caught.
Accomplice had snuck into an old Soviet spaceship hangar without realizing the military had been notified, who were on their way to arrest them. Bald was released with a measly £60 fine. However,
£60 fine. They will judge you very hard. Twitch is very leftist place. Be careful with this, bro. What do you mean? Sexy hijab, never think of heard those words. Yeah, I also. Well, he means like you see the eyes, you don't know what is happening underneath. So it's like yeah, there's some conclusion, maybe it's his thoughts, but he says like that. It's nothing like too much as for me.
the arrest might have played into something more serious, which happened only 32 days later. He'd uploaded a new video titled "The Journey is Over," in which Bald explained he'd been unexpectedly arrested on the street and was forced to leave the country.
I'm being kicked out of Russia with immediate effect. Banned from coming back.
In the months prior, Bald had called Putin crazy and shown his support for Ukraine, the reason for which was explained during a released interrogation video. He'd state, "When you have a face on YouTube, if you want to earn money, you need to say what people want to hear. If you don't, it will be a problem for you." Every YouTuber received an email from YouTube where they said you may only talk about the situation in Ukraine from the side of the Ukrainians. You can't tell it from the Russian point of view. If you do this, then you won't be able to earn money from advertising on your channel.
Yeah, at first, like, I understand now I understand why he said, because before we fact-checked that he said it to the Russian police. This interrogation, he says. If I was detained by Russian police, on his side, I would also say, I was forced to support Ukraine, you know, my channel could be demonetized or something. Yeah, I was forced, don't jail me. So I understand why he said that. Before I didn't understand, so I thought he just tweeted it somewhere, but it was the interrogation conversation, so it's different. Actually, yeah, I was wrong.
With the audience again taking Bald and Bankrupt's side. Bald was really smart here. He clearly just speaks what is needed to get out of that situation.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I would do, the only aim is to get out.
Yeah, of course.
Anyone who thinks that Mr. Bald is a hypocrite has never experienced an encounter with Russian authorities. He's an absolute genius and a certified legend. Besides, being thrown out of Russia meant he could go to some new countries, where in Syria he'd post a story to his Instagram, reigniting an old...
Yeah, now I see that. He was arrested, there was interrogation, and he said that. Yeah, I would also say that, of course. I thought that he created the post on Twitter or whatsoever, that he was forced to... But here, he just said it to police. Okay, now it's understandable. I cannot say now that he is pro-Russian. Or he is a rapist. There is no, like, real evidence. Sorry, guys, we fact-checked everything. If there was really evidence of him raping like someone, or judge would say that, oh, this guy is a rapist. No. So far as for me, he is clean. I just don't like his Soviet fetish. I don't like Soviet Union. That's it. They don't like sexy stuff, even the jokes. No, it's like beautiful women. You think so, Daniel? I'm speaking about different shit here. So far, I'm okay. Yeah, you need to be Hassan Piker to really open your mouth wide, yeah, on Twitch. I heard they even ban those guys who criticize Hassan Piker. Me neither. USSR was awful. Yeah, USSR brought so many, like, deaths to its own people and to people of Ukraine, Russia itself, Central Asia. Like, it was really terrible. So this fetish, Soviet fetish, I don't like. Hassan abuses his dog. Twitch! Hassan abuses his dog. He shocks it. We'll see what happens. I like Soviet aesthetics. I'm sorry, Dennis. Oh, okay, it's fine. Architecture is sometimes it's like, yeah, it could be. I also like to stalk. I would like to go to Chernobyl. It's also like a Soviet heritage, yeah, to those kind of the places. But I would never wear like Shapka Ushanka or USSR shirt or something like that. There is the difference, yeah? Hassan Parker was awarded a medal in my home country, Ireland. I am so... Really? What kind of the medal? The Bolsheviks were not even Russians. Initially, yeah. Initially, they were not. Like, mixed. Jews, mostly, yeah? At the beginning. But later on, they were vanished by Stalin. Where does the native narrative of Ukrainian female refugees being prostitutes, that is propaganda among European right-wing populists? Yeah. Comes from nothing, like from posts in social media. The usual Russian propaganda. Yeah, something like that. Does the roof. Russia equals new superpower? I think not. What kind of superpower Russia has except nuclear weapons? That it's not only for Russia. The economy is like the size of Italy. It has many of the men, stupid men, that will still willing to fight for Putin. That's the superpower, yeah, maybe. They go and die, that's their superpower. Not the superpower I would choose to be Russia equals USA equals Russia. Well, here maybe, under Donald Trump, it's, yeah. Denys, go to sleep. No, I want to stream more. And I want to film video with the Ukrainian update. Then you drop frontline update in around 3 hours. At midnight, I think so. Did you watch South Park 2-3 weeks ago? One of the pits. No, I do not subscribe for where it is now, South Park. In where is it published? Being published? I forgot. Universal? Russia combined with its vassals like Belarus and Kazakhstan could be argued as a new superpower. No, still not. And Kazakhstan is not fully Russian puppet. Did Epstein sell some files about Trump to Putin? Well, by the way, hello Tradash1, welcome to Twitch. There were some of the emails about Putin, yeah? About Putin, about Russians in those leaked emails about Epstein. Maybe they're there. Russia is weak, they used up the Soviet stockpiles. Well, it's better not to underestimate the enemy, but I don't agree that Russia is superpower. Like, it's in combination with China, maybe, and with those southern countries. Green Lantern. Yeah, it's like that. Please give Denys a like. Yeah, give me a like, please, to this live stream. Thank you. Too many streaming services now. The high season open. What do you mean, JG? By the way, there was the Streamer Award, yeah? Was there a Streamer Award? Who won it? SQC. Streamer Awards. Can I check like what is winners? Okay. Best music streamer. Play Boy Max. Someone. Best creative art streamer. Emiru. Oh, nice. Emiru is nice. I like her. Even though she is a friend of Osman Gold, I don't like Osman Gold, but Emiru is okay. Best roleplay streamer, Fanum. I don't know who is Fanum. Best MOBA. What is MOBA? Streamer who created the best MOBA content. Playing games like League of Legends. Some sort of the Kaedrel. Best brand streamer? Red Bull. Yeah, of course. Hidden GAM award, recognizing a growing streamer, awarding under 200 views. It's me this year. This award goes to a true hidden gem that deserves to shine. Some known, like from some beginners. Oh, who is this? Was applied. Oh my god, what a creep. I just love puzzles. The stream. Interesting. Best Battle Royale streamer. Some sort of the clicks. Is it all for Twitch? Or like the streamers in general? Best fighting game streamers. Lily Peachy. I don't know those guys. Best MMORPG streamer. Soda Poppin. Oh, those nicknames, they're freaking hilarious. Best speedrun streamer. Lila G. Best sports streaming. Thanks for following. Who is following me? Eddie the Eagle. Wow, what a nickname. I like League of Legends. Yeah, I didn't play League of Legends. People say it's addicting. Flight 23 White. And the black guy. Okay. Best Minecraft streamer. Tubo. Like they have a separate freaking nomination for Minecraft streamer. Flats. Why not apartments? Rival streamer. Like, okay. Maybe best reality streamer. What means reality? Streamer who flawlessly creates the best blend of IRL and the desktop content. Best IRL streamer, I show speed. Yeah, of course. Vertical live. Vertical live? What does it mean, vertical? Who creates the most engaging and entertaining vertical format live content? Okay. Stream game of the year. Peak. Peak is the stream game of the year. I actually installed this game, but I cannot play it with people. I think, yeah, Schedule 1 I also streamed. Reap I didn't play. Expedition 33 I didn't play. But it could be a game of the year. Really. Stream Awards is such a repulsive party, in my opinion. Fake smiles and all, yeah. In real life, streamer of the year. No. I'm not even close to the big streamers. But I like streams so much. I really like to communicate with audience. Arc Raiders is the multiplayer game only. So I don't think that it should be like the game of the year without a single player, without the story. Because story adds the soul. Heritage, you know. Without the soul, it's just running, looting, and that's it. After all, I really like Arc Raiders. Really nice game. But after all, it's only PvP and PvP and PvE game, not a single player. Best international streamer, some sort of the Tota MC. For global audience, especially creating international North American English-speaking audience. So it's American stuff mainly, yeah? Best stream duo, best stream collab, Keith Knott and LeBron James. Whoa. Best marathon stream, again, Keith Knott. Streamer event, again, Keith Knott. Best streamer series, In the Booth. What is it about, In the Booth? Best VTuber. Yeah, I saw sometimes this one on Twitch. This nut. The burned peanut. Lots of the CGI, but yeah. Iron Mouse is popular. But I don't understand VTubers like. Well, maybe it is. Best variety streamer, So this guy is nice. I have respect for him. He really built himself from the scratch. I stopped playing DayZ, too hostile environment for me. Oh, I see. You gotta check DayZ. Why hostile? Oh, you mean too much pressure while playing? Previous year the list was way better than this. Okay, I see. XQC lost to whom? Case not the best just chatting streamer. Just chatting, it's what we have now, just chatting. I thought SQC would win it. Yeah. Still Case not. He won so many nominations. I think he's always streaming. Think if we go to Twitch, even now, yeah, I think he will stream there. Back to Twitch. Who is with biggest active here? Escape from Tarkov. No, not too much activity. Zakwer. This is Osman Gold.
Event. Are you really surprised about this?
Should I really react like that with emotions?
About how they feel. That's exactly the way right there. I said, "Oh my God, what happened to my hobby?"
I cannot do it. Really, I cannot.
I love Iron Man. I think it's great. But this is what you call a culture shock. Why are you yelling? I don't know. I need to calm down. I'm actually now I am an hour into the stream. Okay, I'm an hour into the stream now. We gotta dial it down. Dial it down a little.
Oh my God. He's always like this, and he's so delusional, I mean, with his misreaction, misinterpretation of events, and just not for me. Okay, Rising Star Award, some sort of the Marlon. Breakout streamer Adapt. So many streamers. Streamer's Choice Award. Legacy Award. The Sapphire Award. Mirror lost it to Sino. Chaso Gamer of the Year. Wow. Streamer of the Year. Wow. I show speed. Pfft. Okay. Streamer of the Year. He's gross. Yeah. And he's a Trump supporter, so I don't like Trump. That's why I don't support Trump supporters. Such fake performance is probably more natural in the United States culture. Gets to most. Streamer Awards is such a repulsive part. Oh, yeah. Pronounce Sapphire. Okay. I cannot see green lantern to block him by mistake. What? I show speed was assaulted, then he visited Norway. Really? By whom? I don't like what he's doing. Like, it's not my style, but like I saw Emania stream yesterday. She said, I watched her stream. She said that if she had to do the same as iShowSpeed to be popular, so in this case, she doesn't want to be popular. Well, I don't have that energy, I would say, to behave like that, to react like that, to be that jumping, flipping, running, streaming guy. Of course, it's not for everyone. Yeah, I have my own more relaxed company, I guess, for the streams. Trump calls female reporter ugly and nasty. It's usual Trump. Like, is there any surprise about him? I can see him on one account, but not this account. What do you mean totally insane? Did iShowSpeed get the Peace Prize medal also? I think he more deserves it than Donny. That's what I would say, 100%. Drink a few Red Bulls. Yeah, of course. That will add some wings. Red Bull adds the wings. What's on with the Epstein files? Like the last thing I heard about Epstein files, that some of the judge in Florida, they are open to release some of the internal documents of Epstein. Not sure if those are Epstein files or part of the Epstein files, but those were involved in some of the processing well before, a few years ago, and they were secreted, and they want to release those. Now, what this guy is saying.
Gossiping, exactly. You work for the IRS? I did. I worked for the IRS for 2 tax seasons. I loved it. It was a great job. There are some days that, and I can say this, there are some days that I would probably rather clock in and hang out with my friends at that job and do that job than even stream. Because I did really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the job.
He worked for IRS?
A whole day regimented, and it was great. Now, obviously, I'm lucky.
This is the tax authority.
So listen, I say it every time somebody gives subs. I do not need anybody's money. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, fuck. Zach is reacting, overreacting, and yeah, just being Zach as usual. Zach is being Zach. How Emiru has a friendship with this guy? Pam Bondi has 11 days left in her grace period to release the Epstein files. I guarantee you that A, if she does, they will be so redacted that they are utterly worthless. B, she'll pull a last-minute stunt to keep hiding them. Why? Because the Donald Trump is a child-raping pedophile. Yes. I think they will release some of the files which could be redacted. Trump secretary. So yeah, we have also like this information that Epstein photos of the room. Something is hidden behind this black box square. And again, they compare it with the White House. I think that, well, Trump says it's a real gold, but this is not the real gold. Actually, those things, they are very cheap decorations bought from Costco, I think. Like the guy who was responsible really ordered from maybe Amazon or something. And is it a Donald Trump's picture out here? Looks like Donny could be. This abstract art, yeah? Donny, then he is young. Really looks like Donny. And the taste is the same, yeah? Gold and this stupid decoration. Have you seen a dentist thing for surgeons on Epstein Island? No. You mean dentist room there? I don't know. Try Google Farscape Regal. You will see who Trump looks like. Taka Trump loves me not seeing your replies. Always, yeah. What is under the table? I don't know. Some Buddha-like statuettes or figures. Hard to say. The mirror is also strange with those decorations. Looks really young, really ugly. What is that picture behind that square? Like, I just put Epstein here and there's lots of the stuff. Old videos too. Oh yeah, this the dentist clinic. Creepy mask here. All of the creepy masks around. Really creepy room. The United States Congress has released new photos of Jeffrey Epstein estate. The room resembles a dental office, possibly used to exploit minors, adorned with unsettling historical masks. Other rooms include padded, showed pristine bedrooms and sterile-looking corridors. A phone with speed dial named and board scribbled with cryptic words like politician, plots, deception, power, and the music. Jesus. New York office, Darren cell. Mike's cell. Maybe cell phone or cell. I mean literal cell. And the board. Why those are boxes? Trump? Trump names. This is very creepy. And this room especially. Oh, by the way, about this channel, Whistlegrad24, I gave it, they say like, they reached out to me. My name is I'm an editor of Whistlegrad. Want to reach out to explore the possibility of collaborating between X and Telegram channels. So at first I say hi. I didn't mention even then Whistlegrad24 initially. I say hi, okay, we can, super, like we collaborate, and I share a couple of the posts. But after I understood what kind of the channel is that, so after some time, the next day, after checking your X account, I discovered that the information you deliver is leaning towards the side that I don't like, so cooperation is not possible. I will still share your Telegram posts, however, if they're interesting, as I do for other channels. Cheers. I'm sorry to hear that. I really thought we shared a lot of common viewpoints. Thank you for support in any case. Yeah. I don't like their policy on immigration. I don't like their policy, like really hatred. They're not like, I understand that some people are against immigration and so on, but they really have hate towards, it's called Islamophobia. They also support far right, and they also support Israel like a lot. So they also support Ukraine, by the way. It looks like from their posts, but I don't want, like, why should I? If I have discomfort with working with them, so I think they're affiliated with the Israeli government. Whistlegrad 24. What is the percentage conversion then you make video with ads integration? Conversion? What do you mean? Cell is a cell phone, yeah. I understand. Come to the dark side. Do we have views? It seems like not many comments on the channel. Oh, we have 114 viewers. It's fine. A jet 737-800 veers off the runway after landing in Istanbul Sabiha. Oh, I've flown to Sabiha too. It's the small airport. There was heavy rainfall in the area and by the time of the accident. All passengers on board were safely evacuated. I don't see the doors open, so maybe it was not the evacuation itself as evacuation. Maybe they just waited for stairs because those exits are not open. Greetings to Estonia, Aikidis. Pristina. Maybe, I don't know. From Pristina. United States layoffs set to surpass the Great Recession level, on track to be worse since the Great. What? United States layoffs set to surpass the Great Recession levels. Polymarket. On track to be the worst since Great Depression. Really? So many layoffs in United States? Replacement with AI or what? I mean, then you have advertiser like VPN integrations. How many people buy subscription after you? I don't know. It's only they know how many people went through their link, and I don't have this information. Conversion rate, I don't know. Really, it's only they know. They check out their links, and my task is just to put the advertisement, but I don't do it any longer, so no integrations on my videos, and I explained already why. Yeah, 180-degree turn. The United States has been lobbying EU member states not to support the use of the Russian frozen ocelets. Yeah.
But now Putin has started making incursions, into the NATO borders.
Exactly.
So the one thing I can tell you is the U.S. is not going to get involved with troops or any of that. We will sell the Europeans weapons and.
Again, let's listen to it.
But now Putin has started making incursions, into the NATO borders.
Exactly.
So the one thing I can tell you is the U.S. is not going to get involved with troops or any of that. We will sell the Europeans weapons and.
Is it really? Usual as Besant. Now Putin has started making incursions into the NATO borders. The one thing I can tell you is the United States is not going to get involved, but with troops or any of that, we will sell the Europeans weapons. Is it an old video or the new one or what? Looks like a new one. This basically invitation for Russia to attack NATO. Not only they will not help, but also sell weapons. Oh shit, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. So if they want to make a profit, they need really to encourage Russia to attack NATO, yeah, to sell, to have this profit. Jesus Christ. Whoa, this is the timeline we're living in. Crazy timeline. Absolutely. Craziest possible. In that case, I think United States needs to leave NATO. Yeah, de facto they are already living or left. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it, guys. NATO doesn't exist. NATO is over. NATO is over. There should be European army, that's it. European army created, united European army. Without it, Europe is doomed. Absolutely. Rest in peace, NATO. Yes. I should film the video about it, like, and call it this name, RIP NATO. Jeez. I'm laughing because, like, how can I react on that? Aloha on a grail. Horrible time. Yeah. Europe is fucked. I think so, yeah. Should I leave it? It's not gonna be safe here. They openly say that, and then Donny says about NATO. He says we are selling weapons to NATO. He doesn't even say that United States is a part of NATO or whatsoever. We are selling weapons to NATO, and NATO sends it to Ukraine or what? Well, in the Cold War era, it was political will for United States, this transatlantic alliance, to unite against Soviet aggression, expansion. But now it's there is no political unity, and United States, with this doctrine, national security doctrine, they see a competitor not in Russia but in Europe. That's crazy. There will be a new NATO, America. America will be just America, and Europe should create its own army. Like, Europe has its own currency, its own government, European government, yeah? And all of the attributes of federation, except army. There is no united army in Europe, which is bad. Europe just needs to grow up. Yeah, but there is not enough time, unfortunately. Europe needs maybe 10 years to reform everything if they start to boost it just right now. There are some baby steps, but unfortunately it takes time, and NATO collapsed already, and Russia has this opportunity. I think that Putin may use it. Yeah, Ozzy, but you're okay. I mean, you're in Australia. You should be fine. Next step, United States. Yeah, maybe. Which DJI mic are you using? I have many of them, but I use DJI mic Mini for the big camera. This is my big camera, like this. I put the receiver here on top, and DJI mic Mini, I think it sounds better from all of the DJI mics. And also I use DJI mic 2, I think, with this lavalier microphone for Pocket 3 camera. And for this camera, Insta360, I sometimes use it. Like today, it was rainy weather, I took it. There was the forecast for the rain, and I definitely filmed the video with the rain. I have a special box for this one. I just put it like that and connect it to this case, lock it. And now I have the camera. It has the zoom wheel, Like here is the zoom wheel. It has EV compensation wheel. It has the inlet for the mic if I need it. But the most important thing that with this case, I have opportunity to put this some sort of the light, or I have the smaller one, but today I use this one just for filming. Where is my handle? I think my handle is in my backpack. Yeah, all of this in the handle, and I film like this with this camera. So, I might have smaller light actually. Yeah, like this smaller light I also have. Depends on conditions. Sometimes smaller light, sometimes bigger light. And for this camera I have the separate microphone. It goes with this thing, with that box. It's actually good sounding mic. This small Insta360 microphone. I just put it here. That's it. Has many options to connect to the clothes. And also I use the sound in Adobe Audition. I have the special sound processing, but I use it just for this mic because I don't like how it sounds from the box. So I use this software. Just let me check if I have what I have. Yeah, it seems like yeah, I just want to find out where is this file. Okay. There is no such a file. Well, I'll try to show you. Like, for example, here we have the file. Like, this is already processed. I think it is replaced. Yeah, this is already the processed file. Not so good. But usually I'm gonna go where I use effects. I use what I use. Delay. No. Dynamic processing, and I use the classic soft knee. I apply, like it's processing, and if it is loud, like it equalizes, yeah, the sound equalizes it. So then I whisper, like then I scream, it lowers it, then I whisper, it higher it up, so it's like a compressor. And then I increase the loudness just a little, you know, for those peaks to touch the end of the frame. And then I export this file and put as the audio to my video. And you have way better audio than with your standard microphone. Yeah, also for internal mic of this camera, I do the same step. It's very fast actually to do, and the sound is better, way better. Yes, what do you think about Israel? It has common challenges with Ukraine. I condemn the October 7th attack. I don't like Hamas. I think they're terrorists, but I don't like what Israel is doing to Gaza. That's my response. And I don't like their government, Netanyahu, who is corrupt bastard dictator. Yeah, here we go, Ozzy. Yeah. This light was too much bright, so I put the tape, you know, doctor's tape. How to call it? Yeah, for it not to be that bright. Just use it for some of the conditions. But this light is better, of course, but it's bigger and more heavier than this one. It requires some of the stand, so this one is more maneuverable, especially for this small camera like that. It's more, fits more for nighttime vlogs, but it has just limited, like I can record like that from the hand. We'll see, maybe I'll record something at night as well. soon. Someone wants to start a YouTube channel with frontline news. Can they earn something, or it's a very hard niche? I don't know. Try. It's hard to tell. I think if I started now, I would fail with it. I was just on time, at the proper time. Then I was in Ukraine. Then it was the hot topic. I started in May 2022. Now I wouldn't have those many views, of course. That area is valuable because it's the center of the trade routes, will be fought over because of that. Yeah, Middle East is full of conflicts. Just watch the talk video from the forest. Keep your chin up. And thank you so much, Andrei. We need to rearm, but we have to all in the same line. Europe never armed. Not repeat Nazi again, which turns out that was not good to trust in the United States. Yeah. The main idea was that United States is like this police guy. And the United States also was not really interested in strong armed Europe, yeah. But now it says you need to defend yourself. Star Silbar High. Middle East is a mess, yeah. And what makes it even more mess is oil. Yeah, it's politically, also from the demographic perspective, it's crazy. What was left after British Empire there, how they draw those lines of the countries. With Israel, it's also interesting because it's like outstanding country in that region. And oil. So it's like this boiling mixture that always make kaboom. In this moment, it is asked for you to watch on Twitch or YouTube. I don't really know. Here nomos. I don't know. I think YouTube brings more money compared to Twitch, maybe. But I'm not sure. Do whatever you like to do. I'm here not for money. This channel earns not so much. Well, it already paid me this camera, actually. This YouTube channel. Yeah, that's already great. Paid off completely. The camera with the lens all together. Super. And it's not cheap. This camera costs like my personal computer. Their open source intelligence sources look at the state of the Russian Air Force. I mean, how many airplanes they still have, etc. They have many, that's what we know. Of course, it's still topic niche because the situation's gonna extend. Yeah. And in any niche, you should compete with someone. Like, for example, I have my fellow competitors. I call them like Jake Bro, and we have the same audience or a cross audience watching me, watching him. That camera looked beamed. Yeah. I make nothing from YouTube, but it helps my mental health. Yeah, Hawk. The same for me. I'm here mainly for the mental health. For the streams, 100%, yeah. Mental things. Yeah, I want this YouTube channel or this Twitch channel to expand someday, to become a popular streamer, YouTuber, but it's not the main goal. The main goal is just to enjoy the road, enjoy the show, and yeah, dream about something, of course, but it's the important thing is to enjoy this road. The way, and where the way goes, who knows? No one knows. Everything's backwards. Your channel should be many million. No, like I'm not that interesting. Come on. Really? Maya got blocked on your Telegram channel, but I don't know why. Can't comment anymore to your postings. Star Seaboy, the comments, they do not exist on my Telegram. I deleted the group. I told about it in one of the posts. I deleted the comments completely. It's not a ban. It's... You see? No comments. Just reactions. Just reactions. I already filmed the video on my YouTube channel, Captain Denys. You may check it out. I missed it. Yeah, I also missed it, but too much. Too many bots, too much scam, too much of everything. I was overwhelmed to moderate those groups, comments, so yeah. I'm sorry that there are no comments, but you may comment on YouTube, you may comment now. Well, understand, yeah. So I'm here with you. I'm not hiding, like, just annoyed. And I don't have, like, then you wake up, you see those Russian bots, they're posting like gore content with Ukrainian soldiers, some of them dismembership, decapitation and stuff like that. So, and I was sleeping by the time, like, it's overwhelmed for me. I tried with moderators, but moderators start to ban people left and right, and people write to me, okay, Denys, I support you on Patreon, but I was banned. Why did you ban me? It wasn't me. Like, it didn't work with moderators, admins, and it didn't work for me monitoring the channel for the comments myself. So the only solution was for me to cancel the comments completely. I am sorry. What if you charge $10 for your Telegram membership? What? It's not my philosophy. Like, I have a paid membership on YouTube channel and Patreon, but it's mostly for people just to support me if they want. I rarely have the time to publish there's something unique, but sometimes I publish. Well, that's it. If they want the support, there is no charge on something on my channel. If they want, they can. If they don't want, they may just watch my videos. That's it. Free of charge. Charge them for each $10 per month. What? It's not about money. It's not about money. Da-dun. I have enough money from... Yeah, my monetization on YouTube is cut. I had this problem for a very long time, and I'm unable to resolve it. At least with this channel, it's okay. But I'm living from Patreon support, that's it. I have enough from guys who support me there, that's it. I don't need integrations, I don't need anything. They try to reach out Russian people in Russia and ask them not to join the army. Do you have Russian people threatening you? Not really Russian people, they don't know about my existence. Just some of the Russian people who follow me on Telegram. There were some of the attacks, you know, they shared my link on my Telegram channel saying, oh, this is pro-Ukrainian Ukr. Attack his channel with bots, that's it. But on my main channel, it's like, no, I haven't received. Maybe in the comments someone may write to me, but I don't put too much attention. And about speak with Russian people, it's useless. Every influencer tried, even Russians, those sane Russians, they try to speak with their own audience. It doesn't help, like they're zombies. What, you don't have Google Ads on main channel? No, I have them, but because of the invalid traffic issue, my income dropped by 90% compared to 2023. Do you miss your old profession? Will you return someday? I miss it, but I don't want to return. I miss it as the memory. Maybe I would like to fly, but you don't understand how it is to fly for someone, for airline. It's a big difference to enjoy flying and to be forced to fly the days you want to fly, the days you don't want to fly, if you have birthday, if you have to spend the time with your family, your child, you still need to fly, whether you like it or not. I have never had summer vacations for my career during all of those 13 years. Never ever. The worst time possible for me, because I had to change the airline because of the first crisis in my airline. Then there was a COVID crisis. Then you're so dependent on what is happening in the world, what is happening to your airline. You are dependent on management. It's better this job. So aviation is great. I'm still in aviation. I have my license, but I fly gliders and small planes. Incoming traffic issue, invalid traffic issue. You may Google YouTube problem, invalid traffic, low income, something like that, and you'll see that many people complain about this stuff. It's not my unique thing. You don't have Google Ads on the main channel. Why you force one? Stop spamming about my income and all of that bullshit about money, okay? Then I'm thinking about publishing a research paper about your love. A research paper about your love for Ton? Who is freaking Ton? Research paper, love for Ton? Is it worth to argue with pro-Russians about this war or no? Many pro-Russians, I try to argue, would repeat the same argument, I don't listen. Yeah, it's useless. Have you considered becoming a training instructor for people wanted to become pilots? I was like that, but it's also time consuming. My job wouldn't be possible. The blockchain? I don't have any currency. What are you speaking about? Geometrics. What are you search? What is your research? Maybe on Telegram I have something, like people share some of the stars with reactions. Maybe I have something, but I don't have the crypto wallet. I have nothing of that. Yes, but you love Ton. No, I don't love Ton. Don't be stupid, Geometrics. One more comment like that and I'll ban you. Will you come back to Ukraine after war? Yeah, of course. So the ICBM Russia have, they call Oreshnik for some reason, but the real name is Kedar. It's some sort of the modification of Kedar. Geometrics, because I don't love Ton, and don't be stupid saying that bullshit. The problem that there is a lie, and those who don't know enough want to know a lie. It's a lie. Yeah. There's going to be my private pilot, and I'm billionaire and travel the world on my 150 meter. Me? I will not work for you, Greg. I'm sorry. I'm a free man. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Like from the Iron Maiden song. I don't want to work for anyone any longer. I work for my audience, but not for managers. This is interesting data. Can't joke. No, this is like not a joke. It's sorry, geometrics, but I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid and I didn't understand it. But for me, it's like strange. I would need a helicopter pilot anyway. I see. This is an interesting graph. European countries aid to Ukraine and Russian oil and gas purchases January 2022, December 2024 in billions of dollars. Aid to Ukraine is orange, oil and gas is blue, and we have for each country. So Germany still purchases oil and gas more than gives support for Ukraine. United Kingdom, well done, but still purchases some of the oil and gas. Denmark, just a little oil and gas, but gave Denmark good Denmark. Netherlands, not good at all, not good. And I know that some of the ships went from Ladych to Netherlands. Yeah, they are still purchasing some of the oil. France, not good. France, Sweden, good, but could be better. Poland, not good. Absolutely. Norway. Okay. For Norway. Finland. Come on, Finland. What the hell is happening in Finland? Italy. Italy is a shame in our shame list. What the hell is happening in Italy? Belgium. Spanian. What is happening with Spanian? Lithuania. Freaking Lithuania. Switzerland helps Ukraine only. But it's humanitarian aid, yeah? Humanitarian one. And no any gas and oil from Russia directly. There was the company, by the way, it's canceled the contract. They wanted to get those dirty money from Russia. But no. They canceled it just recently after Donny applied some sanctions. So Switzerland supports at least humanitarian programs in Ukraine. At least like that. But they're not giving money to Russia for oil and gas. Yeah, that's good. So then people say, oh, Switzerland, it is not supporting Ukraine. But it's not supporting Russia, unlike Germany. Slovakia. Shame on Slovakia. Fico, fuck. Latvia, what the hell is happening to you? Romania, it's a shame. And recently there was oil station that is connected to what is that? Lukoil company was burning there the last months. Czechia or Czech Republic, shame. Even though they created the initiative, you see, but they participate just a little. This initiative was created by Czech Republic, but it was participated mainly by other countries. Bulgaria, shame. Greece, shame. Slovenia, shame. Turkey, big shame. Hungary, the worst shame. Serbia. I think Serbia actually sold some of the weapons to Ukraine. Well, maybe they did it via the third countries somehow. Via the third countries. So who is the winner? Surprisingly, Denmark, I guess. Just a little oil. Denmark, then Sweden and Switzerland, actually. And then Norway. And then UK. Yeah? Something like that, in this ratio. Denys, please check the dates. Yeah, from 2022 till December 2024. So for 3 years, actually, from January. 3 years. For 3 years, yeah. I knew many of these countries had tied their energy fortunes to Russia, but I had no idea of the extent of it, of how collectively it drafted their aid to Ukraine. The money sent to Russia is blue, the money sent to Ukraine is in orange. Sources: import data from Trade Data Monitor, Ukraine assistance data from Kiel Institute of Ukraine Support Tracker. Thank you, Merkel. Yeah. That's a big shame list that should be in the papers weekly. Yeah. I'm not sure about Max are not much better than Visegrad, by the way. Really? Is he a Ukrainian channel or not? It seems like everything is Nafa fella. Like, I didn't see any sort of the homophobic or Islamophobic or I don't know, any sort of the minority phobic posts from this channel. It seems like I don't know. Oh, what is this? This is I'm sorry for the music. This is Avanta drone. Yeah? DJI. Looks like DJI. Is it a new Avanta? The German Army Bundeswehr has established a new structure within its land forces command, the BIRDS Group, designed to serve as a central coordination hub for drone and robotics project. Looks exactly as DJI Avanta. BIRDS Group will gather ideas directly from the field, from soldiers, officers, and frontline units, then test, refine, and scale the most promising concepts. So they're still developing. He is manipulating with this also, yeah. Did you see a supposed video of forced conscription occurring and a dog attacking TCK police agents in Poltava? I'm unsure that the post is correct. False information. Did you hear about it? Yeah, I heard about it. Could be like that easily. Interesting statistics divided by BIP to get better appreciation of what it really means. Well, Europe wants to cancel those purchases till 2027, but I think Hungary, they will continue it. They post like this to show that UK was allies that step up like Israel, South Korea, Poland will receive our special favor. Allies that do not will face consequences. What? This is for Iraqi or Afghan war. Then British were also supporting United States. So yeah, you may fight for United States interests and finally they will say to you goodbye, will not protect you, right? What is with Hassan? A Nepo baby millionaire cosplaying a communist. Yeah, really. Oh, this is so embarrassment. Hassan is so full of shit. Looks like DJI headset. Yeah, and the DJI drone too. Iraq was not a NATO operation. Afghanistan. Yeah, I'm sorry, Afghanistan. USA, we don't care. Yeah, I see. I see. It looks like. Oh shit, it's 22 already. Guys, I need to record. My schedule is crushing. I need to record and to film the video with Ukraine update. We were streaming 3 hours. So thank you for visiting me on the stream. I need right away to film one more video. I'm sorry. So for this fast interruption, and thank you so much. And I'm sorry if I said something that you don't like. I'm always sorry. I just have this head and mouse Sometimes I talk too much. So, ciao. Ciao.